this is the 4th day in Melbourne, and I'm going to be taking you for something that I have been waiting for, a tour that is around Melbourne, seeing the seaside, having to interact with the koalas, and so much more happening. So this is a tour I've taken through a local company. So there are multiple companies here that do different tours around Melbourne, which is not like city but actually seeing the natural beauty of this country, which is around a day of a trip. It starts at say 7:30 in the morning, picking up a few guests on the way and taking you for a long ride, and they drop you back around 8:39, which is something. It's too long, I understand, but is it worth it? Let's find out. So yes, you will be going on this trip with me. All surprises coming for me and you, so you have to keep unfolding it with me, and let's see how it hits the expectations of both of us. And yeah, I will also be putting the details of what tours I took in the description below. However, the price for this one was a little more as compared to the other competitors. But having said that, what's important here is that the reviews were really good for the one that I have chosen. And yeah, I'm going to show you what the bus is, what all facilities are they providing in each of the sections, and how the whole journey actually unfolds. So we start our journey at 7:30 with a pickup at our hotel, and yes, so that's how it will go from here. So yes, let's go. You have nice bucket seats, a comfortable and good seat with enough leg room, and here's a quick tip: sit on the left side of the vehicle for the best views. Getting out of the city, having a few pickups, so this bus basically takes a total of 24 people. Now this is what we covered in the journey. First stop is the Surfers Beach, then comes meeting the koalas and passing by the famous Ocean Road, some small towns, countryside, and finally ending up at the 12 Apostles, and a very special place with a special story. Such a smooth exit from the city towards the highway. That's the best part, you see. Here the roads are great. The transportation is super and so smooth that you actually can enjoy road trips in countries like these. Also, don't forget to carry a few snacks and water with you, as the journey is quite long. Surf Beach, where we get our morning tea and some cake to eat and a beautiful view. So let's go. I love how most people are pet parents here. The nicest part, most of these places have water tanks that provide water for all of them. Here we head to the Surfers Beach, keeping a few rules in mind. What a bright sunny day with a little wind and beautiful beach, just perfect for surfing. This is the Torquay Surfers Beach, and you can see so many surfers right now. If you're ever in Australia, make sure you take a few lessons in surfing because this place is paradise. After soaking in the sea, sand, and the unforgettable views, it was time to enjoy some cookies and tea. To note, this is a part of the package. Right here you have an organized parking, behind me is the beach, and right in front of me is a beautiful lake view. It's time to head to the next destination. Frankly, I'm the kind of person who loves countryside, loves exploring the unexplored.
By inland, so there is still an inland route now, but they mainly, you can only get to them from going inland, down through the rainforests into the towns from that. So it basically was a lot harder to get in there with trucks and everything else, and there was only one road in and out for these places, which caused a lot of issues. So they decided to build the Great Ocean Road. So this road was built back then, only one lane, so it was very tricky to obviously navigate with a lot of cars and trucks heading backwards and forwards to these towns. But as you'll see throughout the day, they have cut out sections of cliff to put these roads in as well, and we follow pretty closely to the edge on some spots as well, down to the ocean. So, and then back in the 60s, they double laned it all the way through for the Great Ocean Road, and obviously ever since that it has become a massive tourist attraction, and lots of people head through here.
The Ocean Road is over 100 years old. The Great Ocean Road construction began in September 1919 and was completed in 1932. This monumental route is just not a scenic view, but also stands as the world's largest war memorial dedicated to the soldiers from World War I. This is just a glimpse of the beautiful views that if you come to Australia, you cannot miss. You'll regret it if you miss this. So we are at a point and a quick stop at the entrance of the Great Ocean Road. This sign is that you've arrived. Here's an interesting story. In 1983, there was a bushfire that took place around the entrance. So you won't believe that the entire entrance caught fire. But this particular boat sign was unharmed. The Australians consider this as a miracle. Here's another quick stop. Here you get to meet a few koalas, if you're lucky. Hey there, I am lucky and I've caught on some beautiful koalas, and here I took some incredible pictures of them on my DSLR. Back on the road chasing some scenic views. Taking a little break in the small town where you can quickly grab some lunch, freshen up, and stretch out up until we reach the final destination. There are vast choices of foods you can try from. We stopped by this yummy burger place called the American Diners. This truly made me feel like I was in an American show and I was the main character. If you've read Archie's comic books, this is what I felt like. The burgers were huge and too good to be true, very filling. Time to head out and we quickly reached the next stop. Now this was a little forest area that you could explore the density on foot. They had a very stable walking track so you could move around easily. You get to experience the tropical forests on a good day like this. It's about a 10-minute walk where you soak in the vibes of the place. The road is literally circular, which means that you start from one point and you end up in the same point again. Back on the road, experiencing the open fields, farms, and nature at its best. There are huge acres of land, and I'm still not sure if they are privatized or under the government. Unlike India, a lot of this land is unused, and you will barely see people. So close to our final stop of the day, the 12 Apostles. The 12 Apostles are a group of limestone rock formations in the southern Victoria that are highlight of the Great Ocean Road experience. Here we are at the place I was eagerly waiting to see. This is an area you can only visit up until 5 pm, and once it gets dark, it's unsafe around here. Now, one of the things you must know about the 12 Apostles is that centuries ago, this route was tried by sailors to come to land. However, no one could reach. Surprising, right? Before any of the ships could reach the shore, they would end up sinking, and this would lead to a lot of loss in humans and machines. Initially, there were 12 formations of rock, but however, over a period of time and changes in the weather and nature, there are only 9 left to see visibly, and the rest are underwater. Hope you get to experience it before everything goes away. To refresh myself, I also tried this yummy coconut water, which tasted too good. Here's a quick glimpse of the map for some extra information. Another cool option of checking out the 12 Apostles is taking a helicopter ride, which will cost you about $175 per person, and it's about 20 minutes of a ride. I didn't take it, but you can too, and it looks amazing. But if you try it, let me know. 12 Apostles wasn't the final destination, and this is Loch and Gorge. This has a super interesting story. Now, the version I'm telling you was explained by the locals. Here's what happened. In 1878, there was a ship that sailed towards the coastline. Now, due to bad weather, it crashed and only 2 people survived, Eva and Tom. While they survived the disaster, they found a small cave at the seashore where they waited until someone could come and find them. Like Eva was devastated because she lost her entire family. Tom was madly in love with her. Eventually, Eva moved back home, and Tom continued to sail until his 40s. Tragic story, but what an incredibly beautiful view. Soak in the views, enjoy the magic of nature. Ending this lovely vlog right here. Enjoy the scenic beauty. I will see you at my next destination. See you, mate.